grab a drink, grab a snack, because it's time to talk about knitting and crochet again. Today we're going to talk about one finished object, 2 current whips, and 1 soon to be frogged. If you're newer, I'm Denise from Hooked on Chaos, and this is my knitting and crocheting podcast. Let's start with the finished object, which is the Harry and Harriet bunny jacket. I made a size for 3 till 6, or is it 6 till 9 months? It's either 3 till 6 months or 6 to 9 months. The smallest size on the pattern. And it's so cute. The bunny ears are so cute. I still have to blog it. I finished it yesterday night. So that's the hood with the bunny ears. That's obviously the most important detail of this. And then we have the sleeves. And the jacket turns out in a bit of a skirt, which I love. That's why I chose it. And the bunny ears. And then I sewn the button on. So this is the hard button. I had to do it. The top button is different than the rest because it was too cute, and then just regular pink buttons. And now it's all done, which is a good thing because the baby has been born. So I have to ship it out soonish because I am done with the stuff for the baby now. No, that's not true. I still have to sew, but I have nothing for the big sister yet, which doesn't have to be done, but I kind of want to. And I do want to start a blanket. I kept telling myself to not start the blanket for the past 2 or 3 weeks. And the moment the baby is born, I think I'm gonna lose that fight, so that's great. We'll see. It's fine, right? Let's go have the family first to meet. Let's not bother them immediately. It will be fine if I see them in a month time, right? And bring them gifts. Because I also still want to make a ballerina dress for the bunny. So that is my only finished object. And then I have some, I'm only going to talk about my active whips. And there are 2 I make progress in. So first up is the little lace socks by Sokken van Pien. This is how far I got in the second sock. Last time we spoke, I only had this part. And now I've done the heel, and I'm just under half of the foot. I really enjoy this pattern. Sometimes I just get stuck on the heels because I don't want to do them. And I have to relook, this is a new heel to me, so I had to look them up again. But I think it looks so nice. I really enjoy this heel, and it's so easy to do. I think this is my preferred short row heel, because I don't get as many holes on these. I have a hole on one side, but that's because I personally made a mistake. If I follow the pattern as it used to be, I did not have it. So, but this lace pattern is really easy. So now that I'm stuck on the heel situation because I was too lazy to look it up once more, I now will be finishing this sock soon. It's gonna be today or tomorrow, probably. These socks are made with Vlotte Sokken wool-free bamboo. And this is my first ever pair of bamboo socks. It feels very soft. It feels very cool. So I hope I can wear these socks in summer. That is the plan. That's why they're shorty socks as well. Oh, my shirt is also matching the dress. That's not good. I had a different shirt on, but I spilled a second before filming this, so I had to replace it. But this is my tinderbox dress. And I am in the round part, as I told you last time. So I actually made some progress. It's about 10 centimeters in the round. on the skirt. That's it. I was at the ghosty. And now I'm here. So, yeah. The top of the ghosty, just to be sure. So, I was there. And now I'm here. So, about 10 centimeters. Not much. But then again, there are a lot of stitches on here. And that is the problem with it. Because we're now in the round. And I'm gonna be working on it when I don't have the brain space to work on anything else. That's the whole purpose of this project. Which means I have about 5 to 10 centimeters to show you every 2 weeks. I don't think that's interesting. Because it's, you know, you don't see it that much since it's not as much, right? So I don't think I will be showing this every 2 weeks anymore, even if I work actively on it, because I don't think the progress is fun enough to show every single time. But when I halfway the skirt or something happens, I will let you know. Now take a good look, because this is the last time you see it. And that's not because I'm not enjoying the pattern. I am actually enjoying this very much. And it looks, or it's not looking good, but if I do it correctly, it looks good. I like it. And that's the thing. I am test knitting this and I was doing something wrong. So to figure out if it was me or the pattern, I have to re-knit certain bits many times. And while unknitting them and doing it again, I made another mistake. And now the line in the center doesn't align anymore. And that does not look good. And that does not look like the pattern, but it also, it's just not good. So it is giving me a bit of struggles first knitting through all the stuff I already knitted, that it doesn't look as good when you do that. It will block out, but now it doesn't look as good. And now I made another mistake. So I have decided to get this off my needles completely, because I do want it to look good for the pictures I am, you know, wanting to take on for release day. So I'm getting this off my needles. I have decided to restart it all over, like completely. Just because that will make it look better. I will just start with my other skein and it will look fresh, and then I get further into it. And I think I'm more motivated when I don't have to keep re-knitting the same bit, which should be over now, because it was not a fault in the pattern. And then, you know, with new yarn it looks better, so I think I'm more motivated to keep going. And I want to get as far in as I can, just for the product pictures, right? And I think that's the way to go. That is how I get the most progress out of it. Even although I have to re-knit a bit once more, but now this is a fun pattern, guys. It's the Easy Now shawl by Mirjam Molenbeek, and it's triangle shawl that has garter stitch mixed up with lace. So you're doing a bit of garter stitch, you're doing a bit of lace, you're doing a bit of garter stitch, you're doing a bit of lace. And the lace isn't that hard to remember, and it's very easy to read. So if lace is intimidating, I think this would be a great pattern to start with lace knitting. This is a Dutch designer, but she writes patterns in English because she thinks everybody should learn to knit in English, because there are way more patterns available for you. Which means she also makes both Dutch as English instruction videos for this pattern, because it is made for beginners. So every single technique you need she has a video about. And it's so helpful. So yeah. I am enjoying this pattern very much. It's just the process of a test knit, right? Normally when I make a mistake, I just correct it. Now I can't, because I have to be sure that it is my mistake and not in the pattern. That's why you're test knitting it. So, I was just unfortunate not finding out it was my mistake soon enough. But it's fine, and I just want it to look good on pattern release, because I am enjoying this pattern so much. I want to contribute to it doing well at this release, and you know, everybody's pictures are gonna help, obviously. So I want beautiful pictures with a beautiful shawl, and I think at this point the only way to do that is start over with a fresh batch of yarn, and I will use this later. But then I can see how far I get with one skein, how big it is. I will need to, but I think if I use one skein, it is big enough for at least start pictures, right? Because the pattern release is on the 4th of June. So I'm not going to be done with this shawl. I'm not a fuss knitter. I will not be done with this shawl, which she does not mind. She told us in the beginning, when applying, that you didn't needed to finish the shawl in time. It was more about making sure the pattern was good, that she and the tag editor did not miss any mistakes, that it was very clear what you had to do, and check out the new videos. So that is great. And I'm now just gonna knit for pictures, because the pattern is clear and the mistakes were mine. So I am looking forward to restarting it fresh and see how big I can get, how big it will get before the 24th. And I think that's it. So this was it. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you have been working on while watching this. I like to know, or what your snack was. I'm also curious about that. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you want to see more podcasts from me. I will be dropping them bi-weekly, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.